What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, March 14th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you had a great weekend. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here with me on this Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. Well, we got that moon. It's going to be finishing up in Leo, but there's definitely there's stuff to look at here. I forgot to pull up I have my Astro Gold from the weekly still on my other monitor, so 1 second, sorry. Knocking out videos one after another over here. All right, here we are for Monday. The moon isn't finishing up, but it is definitely locked in to Leo, and it's going to start off with a square to Uranus and oppose Venus. So there's definitely a lot of sort of this energy that is building up with Venus starting to square Uranus by the end of the week. A lot of pressure on that sort of Uranus and Taurus today. I think we're kind of looking for out of the ordinary ways to create value, but I think we're also having to find courage to identify with what those are. So it's definitely, okay, there's some energy moving here, but it's like this is definitely a time of courage and strength, and I think knowing your valor to find the right people. It could feel like there's people kind of either on your team, everybody's kind of working together, or there's like this starch like opposition that can make it, you kind of feel isolated for your own ego, your own identity, like what makes you feel good and what makes you happy. We do want to find balance, of course, but it is definitely a time to create what, really is of the utmost value to you, especially with the sun at 24 degrees and at a net 6. This is a day of value. This is a day of relationships and balance and alignment. And it's going to be making good aspects to those nodes with a trine to the south node and the sextile to that north node in Taurus. So there's a lot on that Taurus energy here. I think the relationship to self does need to be primary, but it is about finding like-minded energy out there that wants to do something amazing and go into a future. I think that there is something really beautiful about this energy, but it's like sifting through and finding the balance. It's really, getting the scales kind of evened out. So wherever things are out of balance, we're kind of building up to this full moon that's like really going to be a reality check, I think, on what's pure and what's not, what's stressful. It's like where the work needs to be. And I think that we start off this week with a really powerful time to identify with the things that we're really into. And I think that's kind of the start here. We do get the quincunx over to Mercury, too, in the morning, and then finishes off with a quincunx over to Jupiter. So both our higher mind, our lower mind are getting this quincunx from the moon that's really trying to figure out our heart right now, kind of getting lost with Mercury and Pisces, but then going to this big, vast vision of where things can go. And I think there are so many different potentials right now, but you do have to identify with something and have the faith in that vision as well, and not feel like it's too much or not possible. Like, don't limit yourself right now. It's just like, why limit yourself? The moon's also going to trine over to Chiron in Aries, and I think that that's pretty great too if we're dealing with Chiron and we get this trine in fire, because we're not in a fire time right now, but a moon in fire, Chiron in fire. The gift right now is unlocking this very powerful identification of self and trusting your heart, trusting your ego right now. Don't dissolve the ego too much. I know we just came off a Sun-Neptune day, and that can feel like a dissolution of self in some ways, but we're kind of the disillusionment of the dissolving realities kind of coming back and feeling more real, I think, in different, unique ways. And today's one of those days where, there can be some out of the norm things show up in your life, but really it's to show you how to choose better and how to link up with better and how to find people that see better. So there's a focus on what's new and what's growing, and then we do have to pay attention to, with these nodes, and the South Node in Scorpio, where we're obsessing over something, where we are just like not wanting to let go. That's the issue with South Node in Scorpio, is we don't want to let go. So what is it that doesn't even bring us happiness or love that we're not willing to let die so that something beautiful can rebirth? And I do think that between today and tomorrow, especially with the the moon squaring these nodes tomorrow, we do get a really powerful look at that with also, as I showed in the weekly, a yod to that moon in Leo. So today and tomorrow are powerful times of courage, strength, identification, really knowing that you are regal, and if you have to roar, you have to roar. You got to get you got to get what's best right now. So might be out of the ordinary ways to do it, but it's out there. So I do hope that was helpful, and I hope you have a great Monday. And I'll pull a tarot card still. And I'm gonna go to sleep because it's a long weekend. Ace of Swords in reverse. Maybe feeling like we can't identify with a new direction, even though we did get dropped the information, but it feels a little weird, feels a little sticky. There's new beginnings out there, but we do have to be sharp, and I think mentally we want to be sharp, but we are kind of we're dealing with kind of a rusty sword here. I'm not gonna lie, so don't get too discouraged if mentally it feels a little off. Use your heart, use your emotion to identify the direction. And Queen of Cups in reverse. So I think if we don't identify, and I think we get too stuck and feel like we're in this rusty sort of, not sharp place, that it ultimately comes back and we feel like we can't nurture ourselves or take care of ourselves or really feel comfortable in our body, and that would be a shame. And Hangman reverse. We need new perspectives in life right now so that we can kind of reach another level of understanding. There are ways out. I think we just have to kind of see the beauty and get in alignment with how that looks in our personal life. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I'll catch you for the rest of the horoscopes. And also check out Deep Love Tarot tonight with the Leo King and myself on his YouTube channel or on highvibe.tv. Love you all very much. Bye.